Hey everybody, it's Mucha Marapa from Matrix Global Media, and in this video what I want to do is it's a couple of things really. Number one is I'm going to show you how to sort of find additional excuses to post content on your timeline. And secondly, before that actually though, I'm going to show a very easy and free way of actually resizing images that you can put on timeline and do it the correct way. Now let me explain a little bit. This page that we are here is it's a page that belongs to me. I created it, called Fan Page Timeline Dimensions, and actually I originally created it for whenever I was working with a designer, whether it was a designer sort of offshore or somebody else I knew, and I needed some images that were created. I just thought, you know what, it's going to be so much easier for me just to put this down here, have the sizes correct, and then they know what to use. And then of course it just sort of fell in line with my teaching. And you know, the significant thing is, and you know, I've got 100 likes on it now. I've got a couple of pages with a considerable number more than that, but this was interesting, and I'm going to use the 100 likes as a reason for posting something else on the timeline. So let's go ahead. I'll show you exactly what I'm talking about. As you can see on the page here, what I do is I show sort of different sizes. I actually give you all the correct dimensions. Now you'll see some pages where people have created images and they just don't look good. They're either too small or they're too big. Some of the writing is missing, and it's because they're sort of putting a square peg in a round hole. So the whole idea on this page is to give you the exact sizes, and what I want to do is I want to put something in a milestone, okay, just to sort of show that, hey, we've achieved something. Okay, now if you look here you can see milestone. All right, and the first one I did was just sort of launched in 2012, and you can see the size is 843 by 403 pixels. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I am going to go to the top of my page. There's a really cool free tool called Jing. I use Jing without question every single day. It's great for writing instructions down and doing screen captures. You can actually record things over 5 minutes, provided it falls under 5 minutes. Jing is just fantastic. Now, at the very top of the page, which you won't be able to see on the screen, but you can see this yellow line, this gives me an opportunity to sort of resize an image. So sometimes when you see these sizes that are you know, these images, these screenshots, either on a blog or a Word document, this is how they do it. Okay, so what I'm doing now is I'm just reframing this image, because what I'm going to do, and I'll show you in a moment, is I'm going to highlight the fact that we have got 100 likes as a milestone. And this is what I mean about, you know, sometimes people say, well, I don't know what to put on my timeline. Folks, you can find reasons for posting, okay, and milestones are a terrific one. So I've gone ahead now and I have just saved this, and this is where Jing becomes really cool. I get an arrow and I'll put the arrow on here, just there, so people can see that. So I'm actually just pointing that out. Now this, I will tell you, is too big. This image is too big, but I'm going to save it on my desktop. Okay, so here we go desktop, and I'm going to go FBTD, so Facebook Timeline Dimensions. So there it is saved. Okay, so now I know if I want to get a milestone image, it needs to be 843 times 403. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go over to this fantastic site called Pick Resize. It's a free application, and I know my sizes are 843 by 403. So I just go here to my computer, and I want to go ahead to resize. Okay, I've got to upload the image first. Excuse me. Okay, so we're going to look for FBTD. That's it here. Okay, now as you can actually see, if you look closely, you can see the dimensions on this are 847 times 488, so that is way too big. It would look lousy if I went ahead and put it in the milestone area. So I go ahead. Alright, I have loaded it on and I'm clicking continue so I can resize it just while it's going. Okay, so now here it is. Okay, and at the bottom of the page it can give me the options that I want to go with, and as you can see here it says custom size. Okay, so now I'm going to go 843 by 403. I'm saving it as a PNG and I go, I'm done, resize my picture. Okay, and then it'll allow me to save it. Okay, so I go here. Now the interesting thing about this, it's just taking a while. It will be renamed and so on and so forth, but this is now the correct size. Okay, and I've just double clicked it here and you can see it's the correct size. So I'm just going to rename it so I can make sure that it can be identified properly. So I'm going to go FBTD2 so I know what it is. Alright, so that has been done where it will show up properly. Okay, so now we go back to the timeline and I want to write it and spread the word. So here I am at the top. Now what we do is we go up to the top right here where it says offer event, and then you see milestone. So you click on milestone. Alright, so here's the event or the milestone, and I can say 100 fans. And you can see it at the top there, it says it, and we say great news, we have reached 100 fans. Thank you so much for your support, and please let your friends know about us. Okay, now we go over here. Oh, the month. Oh, January. Yes, of course, January. And the day, I believe it's the 9th today. Let me just yep, it is January the 9th. Okay, because then it will put the actual date down, and then we upload the photo. So if you remember, we've got it on our desktop. I take a look, we go down to FBTD2, double click, so now it is loading, and it's just taking a little while to load. Okay, so now it's all up there, you can see it there, and we will go ahead and save. And there she is, right? 100 fans, and it's just listed there, and you can see, and we're going to pin it to the top so it's, oh, the story isn't available at this time. Now that's a first, and it always happens. Doesn't it always happen when you're filming a live video? Okay, but it's there, you can see it, it's there on the timeline. I'm just going to go ahead and refresh the page, and it most definitely is there. So you see, and again, milestones are just, this is marketing gold, okay, with the milestones, because again, you can also write a link here. So you could say, oh, to celebrate this we've got a special offer, go to our web page, and so on and so forth. But it's just a really great opportunity to always talk about something. There's always going to be some form of milestone, whether it's a new client, whether it's something in the business, whether it's a product or a service or a program that you've launched, something, you know, to talk about and to show, and more importantly, to show in this visual manner. Okay, and just to finish with, I went ahead and put these links here. I'm going to leave them on here for a little while, and I'll also put them, if you're watching this on YouTube, I will put these links in that same description so you can see them, and at the same time I'll be sure to give them a mention on the actual fan page itself. But these are the three sites. Number one is facebook.com/fan page timeline dimensions. This will give you all the sizes that you need to have to really create not only images for your timeline, but images that look great. Then we've got Pick Resize. I cannot speak highly enough about this. It's a free service. You just have to get the size of, you just have to get the pick, know what the dimensions are. You can do your covers, you can do your pin posts, you can do your highlights, you can do your milestones. And of course, if you want to know what highlights and pin posts and milestones are, just keep watching more of the training. Visit my YouTube channel for FB timeline marketing. I'll also put a link there as well. And then Jing. Jing is amazing. With Jing you can do all sorts of things. So I hope this video has helped, but like I said, from this point on, please don't cut any corners. Don't produce, you know, half-cooked images when you know that you can crop them and shape them properly, where they'll look really great in your timeline, and then subsequently they'll look really great in your fans' newsfeed. So this is Mucha Marapa from Matrix Global Media. Thank you ever so much for taking the time to watch this video, and we'll speak again very, very soon.